look at, as in our first class, we call it Pigeon, but it's Eka Pada Rajakapotasana. And please correct me if I'm wrong on that. And we're going to go into that from downward facing dog. One thing I want you to pay attention to especially is your foot and not sickling the foot. And what I mean by sickling the foot is when your feet end up like so, you want your feet straight back, just like you would if you were standing in Tadasana. This is going to stress the ankle and affect the knee and all the way up. So you're going to look for that press through the back foot, which keeps feet to head. So from here, you can start from your balasana and take a nice full breath. Exhale. And here's that pulling of the feet again. Inhale, pull the toes under. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Now from here, we're going to step forward. I'm going to step forward with my left foot. I'm just going to go with my left first. So from here, you're going to push off feet to head, but also yield with the arms so you can bring your left knee towards your left wrist. Right knee can come down. I came a little far forward, so I'm going to work my way back a little bit, which helps open the pelvic half and leg a little more. Now you can walk your hands, make sure you have hands to tail, feet to head to tail, and then lengthen those toes out. Here you can keep your arms nice and long. Some folks like to come down and work the hip a little more with forearms down. That really depends on the range in your hip and not your knee screaming at you. If your knee is screaming at you, you need to come out of it a little bit and maybe inch yourself forward some. You might have been too far. So your knee should never be screaming at you in this posture. If it is, you would roll onto your back and you'd bring it up and you would hug your leg in. This would be pigeon, but on your back. So this way you're still getting the hip opening, but all the weight is not on your knee or your hip. But you're still getting the opening, and you can cradle around and work it however you feel good. So you never want your knee screaming at you, really in any posture. So I'll just roll back to where I was. So from your pigeon, that back foot especially is pushing through feet to head, and you're pressing through that foreleg ankle foot of the front leg. If you lost your feet to head, you'd look like this. I just dropped. Did you see it? Right? Now I'm going to find it again. I'm going to find my whole body support, and it fills me out so much more. Now from here, I'm going to push back to down dog to do the other side. So I'm going to yield down, yield my arms in as I pull my toes under and push back into three-legged dog. Whew, feels like a long way. And then if I can, I'm going to try it. I'm going down, exhale to chaturanga. Wow, first one. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And I'm going to yield down, pull my toes under, exhale. Now from here, same. Oh, we forgot. You can always take your foot out and stretch it out a little bit first for that other side. And then from here, go nice and wide. Right knee towards the right wrist. If you're too far forward in your shoulders with your wrist, you inch yourself back with your back leg. And then pushing through foreleg ankle foot, uncurl the toes by lengthening it out. Please don't ever do this. Please don't ever lean back, grab your ankle, hike your foot up with your weight on your knee. That's a great way to wreck your knee. So if you only make it this far, you can always inch yourself back to get more hip opening or walk yourself forward. But please don't grab your foot and yank it up. That's just crazy. Feel your yield and push. Feel your feet to head. Feel the work of that front leg because you don't want to drop into your pelvic half and lose your feet to head, hands to tail, head to tail. Now same thing, you're going to yield back down, yield, pull. So you're also pulling with your arms into your body to help support this. And yield the toes back as you push back, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale to Chaturanga, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, oof. And then yield and push back, Adho Mukha. And then come down over the toes without tickling. Reach the toes back as you come into Balasana. And then if you